Really awesome. Now, if you look here, heights are very similar. Boise, Idaho, Colorado Springs. You have Moreno from Boise and Escarsega from Colorado Springs. Interesting what's going to happen here. I'm going to predict something, Brady. I think what you're going to have is a feeling out process early.
What tells you that, my friend?
What tells me that is that most of these fights have been just come out and start brawling or come out and get a takedown. I think we see a bit of a change of pace here.
Well, that is fun. I hope you're right.
Either way, it's going to be a great fight.
If you're not, I won't be sad.
Didn't you hear him? Always right, Brady. Come on.
You know what's awesome, man, is Fusion Fight League has a matchmaker, right? These fights aren't just like, hey, you weigh the same as this person. You two can fight. They have a matchmaker, and the matchmaker wants, above all else, great fights, and they want to keep fighters safe.
Bout number 6 is a 145-pound amateur MMA fight. It consists of three. Say hello to Rachel, our ring girl. All right, bout number 6 is a 145-pound amateur MMA fight consisting of three 3-minute rounds. It is brought to you by Grinners. And standing in the blue corner, he has a record of 2 wins, 1 loss. He stands at 5 foot 10 inches tall and weighed in at 146 pounds. He is representing SES MMA out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. He is Jesus, the Terminator Escarsega! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He has a record of 2 wins, 3 losses. He is standing at 5 foot 10 inches tall and weighed in at 145.6 pounds. He represents SBG Idaho out of Boise, Idaho. He is Santiago Moreno.
To echo your sentiments, Brady, I tell you what, Ryan Hall does a tremendous job with the matchmaker process. You're right. It's not just, oh, this guy weighs this guy weighs this, match them together. This was a process done for many, many hours with a lot of research.
Exactly, and that's where good fights come from, man, is well matched. And it's also where safe fights come from. A guy who, they're going to be able to defend themselves. At least they're well curated to do so.
Here we go.
Some leg kick exchanges early.
Oh!
And now they're slugging. You know what? I'm going to give it to you. I think they're filling each other out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm right for once.
You did great. 10 points and a golden star. These leg kicks, and now we're starting to throw down the center.
Escarsega got him with the right moments ago.
Escarsega in the green and black shorts. Moreno in just the black SBG shorts. Both these guys fighting out of great gyms. They're going to come in prepared. Oh, big shot, big right hand. And that rocked him. He goes for a shot. And he ends up in mount. He's going for a heel hook, which looks like maybe he's going for a straight ankle lock here. And he trips him. Great trip. Okay, so what we're seeing is Moreno is showing some prowess on the ground. So he's going to go bottom. He's going to get his guard. And Escarsega's landed some big shots. He
caught him with a big one. Oh,
big
and again.
Shots, big shots from the top from Escarsega. Moreno is trying to stand up here. He's got to watch his neck standing up like this. But he's going to come up. You're going to look at big shots from Escarsega. Moreno's back up, but his back is against the cage. He's going to want to separate here. Some knees.
Got him with uppercut.
Escarsega is throwing these punches straight down the center. And they're rocking Moreno. He's on roller skates. And he calls time to replace the mouth guard.
Just over a minute left first round.
Escarsega is landing good punches, throwing straight down the center. And they're landing on Moreno. Moreno has not a lot of head movement. He looked on the ground. He looked very good. He looked very technically proficient. But he's keeping his head kind of in the center line, and Escarsega is taking advantage of that.
Moreno needs this on the ground again, in my opinion.
Moreno looks for a takedown here. And he might not mind whether he's on the bottom or the top. Again, he's going to go look for this wrap, and he's looking for a sweep here.
You're on the bottom right here. What's your strategy?
So right now he's setting up a heel hook, but he cannot do a heel hook. This is amateur MMA. That's against the rules, so he's in good position to do so. But the position that he's in, they might call it reaping, and they might say, you can't do it. We're in a specific rule set in amateur mixed martial arts. He was set up very well for a heel hook there, but he couldn't do it. So he could go for a straight ankle lock, or he could go for a trip, which is what you saw earlier. So they're deducting right now 1 point because he grabbed the cage, which kept him from being taken down. So you cannot grab the cage. I didn't see it, but the ref did, and he's taken away 1 point. That's a big deal.
That is a huge deal, Brady. Great catch right there.
Normally they would just give a warning for that. I didn't see it happen twice, but yeah, he took away a point, which is a big deal in a 10-point must system, because this is going to be a 10-9 round at the end. And Escarsega looked like he got rocked there. It looks like we're going to a round 2. So big part of this fight right now is we're in a 10-point must system. That means one person gets 10, one person gets 9 or less, right? And less basically is a blowout. So this would be a 10-9 round, in my opinion, for Escarsega. He controlled a lot of the fight, landed a lot of great shots on Moreno, but he got a point deducted. That's a big, big thing. That means that could take this from being a winning round for Escarsega to a tie, right? So he didn't win this round. He tied because he lost. But some big shots you saw.
Yes.
Escarsega was throwing straight down the center, and Moreno was kind of being phased there. He was being, he's being shot, and he kind of gets stunned, and he stays in the same position.
And you see some of the after effects of those shots on Moreno and Escarsega. I tell you what, Escarsega, to me, dominating when they're boxing it out. When it gets on the floor, Moreno, he's shown a little prowess. But, man, that point loss, Brady, is such a huge moment in this matchup. And you say usually there's a warning before that. In
my opinion, coming out to round 2, they are now tied because of that point deduction. And they understand a little bit better about what they're good at. So I think you're going to see Escarsega throwing those shots straight down the center, and Moreno's going to look to grapple, which he does right here. So he's got the back here. He's going to set, and he just wants to go to the ground no matter how it ends up on the ground. And they're slugging it out here.
They are going toe-to-toe, Brady.
Some leg kick exchanges. They started slugging it out. And nobody wants to be on the losing end of that battle. That's where the lights go out pretty quick. And we saw Escarsega get rocked, so both these guys have power. Moreno's looking for a takedown.
What did Escarsega do well not to get taken down there?
He's got a real wide base here, right? So, and then he got his back up to the mat. He does get taken down here. Now, we saw early that Escarsega was the aggressor to the ground, but Moreno made great adjustments when he got there to get himself into a good position. So that tells us that Moreno is very confident, very, very technically proficient, which, that has been the story of SBG. And you can see he's right in his corner. He's got his coaches right next to him, right in his ear. This is a good spot for Moreno.
If this thing goes the distance, it'll go 3 rounds. 137 left here in round number 2. Escarsega, Moreno both looking for their 3rd victory.
So Moreno's going to look for some strikes here, but the way I see it, he's really just peppering because he wants to pass. You see him get that knee through, and he gets half pass. So he's in half guard now. He's got one leg past the guard of Escarsega. And he's isolating an arm here. We can't quite see. Yeah, so he's got an underhook on his right side. And he's going to look to pass into full mount. Now, this is not good for Escarsega. And Escarsega is going to give up his back. That is never a good idea to give up your back, especially against a proficient grappler, because he's going to just, you see he's got that one arm.
Shots!
He's got that one arm sitting there waiting for the choke, and he's just going to throw those punches until his head goes in. Now he's still got his left hook in. He's going to try to keep the back. He rolls over. He's got both hooks in. 36 seconds is more than enough time to get this choke, and he's got his coaches right next to him, kind of walking him through. Now with the gloves, everything here, this is not too hard of a choke to defend. But he's got it in on the chin, and he's going to squeeze this.
Oh,
this
wow.
is very uncomfortable. This is.
And that 15
he
seconds
gets a
feels
breath.
like an eternity.
Yeah,
here.
So he's fighting. Escarsega is doing the right thing. He's got 9 seconds if he can hold out. We're going to see.
Wow, 5 seconds.
We can't tell how tight
Oh,
this is.
it's close.
He taps.
Did he tap
He
before
gets
the
the tap.
time?
He gets the tap.
He got him barely right before time expired in the second round.
So a big win and a hard-fought win for Santiago Moreno out of SBG, Idaho. He gets it, finishes it in round number 2 in the closing seconds. Great fight from both these fighters, but Moreno's going to come out with the win here.
Moreno now 3-3. Escarsega now 2-2. These guys gave their all tonight for this one.
Man, great fight. Again, like I said, when they came into round 2, they made the adjustments. Moreno knew that on the ground he felt very confident. Escarsega knew that he was winning the striking exchanges, and Moreno got him down on the ground. And you saw him impose his will. That's what it's about. Just drown him with jiu-jitsu, man. Great fight from both these guys. Great sportsmanship. Again, great corners. These guys are out of great gyms. This is another awesome fight, and this is why the fights are good here at Fusion Fight League.
A lot of promise
Bout
from
number
both of these
6,
men.
Brought to you by Printers, comes to a close in round 2. And your winner by rear naked choke, Santiago Moreno!
That was quite a battle, Brady.
Another win for jiu-jitsu. Ladies and gentlemen, put your kids in it. Put your wife in it. Put yourself in it. Or your husband in it. Jiu-jitsu.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, Hothead Vapor is going to take 20% of all of their sales tonight and donate to our Fight for a Cause benefit. They've got a booth right outside the door. So anything that you guys buy from Hothead Vapor, they're going to donate 20%.